Good morning, bitches. This is Dr. St. James. It is time to rise and grind. Rise and grind. Get your ass up. Let's go. This is your morning motivational call. Rise and grind time. I'm telling you, we got to get busy. All right. So, I don't know, my lighting's doing something over here. I don't know what's going on with my lighting, but we're going to get through it anyhow. All right. So, today we are talking about procrastination. And before we get started, let me send out a couple of shout outs. Thank you from down under for my Harley Davidson t-shirt. I appreciate that. Looking good in my stuff. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the ladies that have took the next step by purchasing one of my ebooks or buying anything on my website. And thank you for the ladies that have already scheduled your discovery call. I appreciate that also. Woo, it's been a lot going on this week. Yesterday, I did a free vision board class for my brand new ambassadors. Woo, I'm very excited about that. Membership has its privileges. Hey, all right then. And if you're interested in being one of my ambassadors, just simply click and get on the waiting list, and we would be happy to have you. You have to meet some qualifications, but other than that, we would still be happy to have you. All right, then, what else do we have? We got a lot of stuff going on. Tune in for Wednesday for Whiskey, Women, and Wisdom. We're going to have on there Tony Alexander. Tony is my sister from another mother. She is a financial coach, so get your questions ready for her. It is never too late to start planning for retirement and getting your ducks in a row. So she is going to have lots of information for us. Okay, again, apologies for my lighting because something's going on. I don't know what it is, but we're going to get it fixed. As long as you can hear my voice, that's the only thing that matters. Okay, so procrastination got a lot of DMs in regards to procrastination, which is something I work through myself. And when I give you guys these tips, these are the things that I actually do that works for me. It may be other ways in order to do something. It's always another way, as they say, to skin a coon. So, you know, I'm just saying. But these are the things I've tried lots of ways. And the tips I give are the things that work for me. So let's get into it. Procrastination. Typically, procrastination is something that happens when you're starting something. And let's say the project is boring as fuck, right? You tend to drift off and drift in and put other things ahead of whatever it is that you need to do. Say it's a project. Okay, I am infamous for this. My project manager will tell you if something needs to be done and it's a 30-day deadline, I will absolutely wait till day. If she told me on January 1st, I will actually wait to January 20th before I start. I'll go bullshit off and have fun and do anything else I want to do. Because what I do in my mind is I see how long it will take to do a project. And I've always been this way. I wait till the absolute last moment. In high school, college, all this. Term papers, I wait till the last moment. I cram, I get it out the way. It's just the way that I've always been. Now, to a certain extent, procrastination is a sign of laziness. But this is how I came to understand it. Sometimes instead of trying to change something all the time, sometimes it's easier if you accept it and then work through it. So for me, example, some would say procrastination is a form of laziness. Okay, we're not denying that. But I'm not that way with everything. I'm only that way with stuff that I find to be kind of boring. So I have allowed myself to understand that I will procrastinate. And what I do for me is I will look at a project, figure out how long it will take me to do that project, and I work my way backwards on any project. Where I know if it's going to take me 10 days to put something together, to create it, whatever else, then I have 10 days. I'll bullshit and then I hustle. I like the feeling of being put on the deadline. A lot of people can't handle that type of stress. For me, it works and I like it. And then I go ahead and knock shit out. I mean, I'm on it. It just works. Now, there are different tips that you can use for procrastination. One of the things I would say is accept that maybe that's a personality thing with you, and then work through it, opposed to fucking beating yourself up over it. One of the things that will help is if you have some projects or you have some to-do lists during the course of the daytime and you find that you're getting off task, I'm really good about going to dinner and having my dessert first and then having my entree later. So when you're faced with a task, if you can, do something fun first. Get the feeling of the enjoyment first, get it out the way, have fun, and tell yourself after you have fun, then you're going to work. That's one. The second thing is when you're setting up the cycle that you're going to work, only work on a project for 1 hour, no more. That's it. Work on it for an hour, give yourself a 15-minute break in order to have some fun. Get back on the project for an hour, and then 15 minutes, set yourself from some fun. The third thing would be set an alarm on your cell phone or anywhere else in order to make sure that you can get the work done in a timely amount and that you set the alarm for the 15 minutes of fun that you're going to have. A lot of people know I ride typically every morning. The riding is my fun. Also, it gets my creative juices really flowing and bubbling. So I tend to go and ride and have a great morning. Then I come back and then start working on some other projects. Now, if the issue is not procrastination and it's focus, that's an entirely different subject. That could be like the neutrons really firing off in your brain. That is a different subject. We can talk about that. So let me know if you have an issue of procrastination or if it's an issue of you staying focused, right? Hopefully that will help. That's our tip for today, procrastination. A lot of people will say it's because of lack of discipline. I'm simply saying there's another way in order to look at it. Address it head on, embrace it for what it is, because most of the time we don't procrastinate in everything. Most of the time we procrastinate with things that sometimes cause us anxiety and stress. And our brain basically is looking for another way to kind of have fun or figure it out by going back to the stress points to figure out what those items are. So hopefully that has helped. All right, ladies, as always, thank you very much for all your participation. See you Wednesday for Whiskey, Women, and Wisdom. This is Dr. St. James. Ladies, go be bad, go be bold, find somebody's face to sit on, because I keep telling you, sex is important.